She got a body like a goddess, and she talks so sweet. It's like I can't believe I'm the one that she wanted. And if I'm really being honest, I know I could be everything she needs if she let me get on it. Yeah. So come here, baby, listen close.
How about we eat in the cafeteria today? You think so? You know how it is there? I mean, we can have some fun. It's been a long time since we had some fun. Jimin chuckled as he put his hand on his best friend's shoulder. Let's go, buddy. As they made their way to the cafeteria, they spotted a timid student named Ethan sitting on a table. They exchanged wicked grins, knowing that they were about to make his day even worse. Well. Isn't it our favorite punching bag, Ethan? Jimin said mockingly, and the guy looked down. You know, you were just talking about how we miss your company. Guys, please just leave me alone. But they paid no heed to his play. Jimin reached for a tray food with a swift motion, dumped the entire content onto Ethan's head. The cafeteria erupted, gasp, laughter, and food dripped down the boy's face. There we go, buddy. The more like it. Jungkook chuckled in agreement as they both made their way out of the cafeteria, not before winking at the random girl from their class. Ugh, these two again, they have no respect for anyone. Sophia's face twisted in disgust as she watched both of them walking out of the cafeteria. It was a scene they had witnessed too many times before. What can we expect from them? You know, with their popularity and how rich they are. Being rich doesn't give you a free pass to bully anyone. Come on, let's not talk about them. I don't want to ruin my mood. Fine, you little Miss Positive girl. Sophia chuckled as Yun shoveled a piece of chicken into her mouth. Yun was having one of those mornings where everyone seemed to go wrong. She missed her alarm and running late for class. In a last minute, she grabbed a coffee to help her to wake up. As she hurried through the school gate, her focus entirely on her schedule, she collided with someone, causing her coffee to splatter all over the boy class. She looked up in alarm, her eyes widening as she realized who she had bumped into. It was none other than Jungkook. Jungkook cursed as he looked down at his coffee-soaked clothes. Watch where you going, you clerks. He scowled at the girl in front of him, his tone harsh, and Yun was taken aback by it. Was clear accident. I apologize for the accident, but it's not entirely my fault. Maybe you should pay more attention to instead of your phone. Jungkook raised his eyebrow, clearly taken aback by her response, but it only fueled. You're quite bored, aren't you? Wash your mouth, sweetheart. Yun rolled her eyes, not wanting to engage in conversation with him. She was already late and turned to walk away from him. However, just as she began to move, Jungkook grabbed her hand, pulling her back to the spot where she had been standing before. Where do you think you are going? You don't just walk away from me. Let go of my hand. I have no time to engage in useless conversation. Despite Yun's words, Jungkook's grip remained firm, not letting her go. He leaned in closer, his voice low, menacing. You think you can easily walk away from here without paying for what you did to my shirt? Frustration grew and she realized she was not going to let it go. She took a deep breath, hoping to defuse the situation. Fine, what do you want me to do? Jungkook smiled, clearly enjoying the power he held at this moment. Well, since you have caused this mess, I think you owe me. Clean my shirt. When blinked in disbelief at his audacity, she can't believe he is actually demanding that she clean his soaked shirt. Are you sure? Why don't you clean it yourself? Jungkook chuckled, his ego unfazed by her resistance. Sweetheart, I don't do manual labor. Now clean my shirt before I change my mind. Yun cleaned her fist, but not to make the situation worse, so she took out few napkins from her bag and began to dab the coffee stains on his shirt. Jungkook was clearly enjoying himself, reveling in the tension and the discomfort he was causing her. She tried her best to ignore the snickers and hushed laughter from the onlookers. She swallowed down the lump in her throat. I don't want to make the situation any worse than it already was. You missed a spot there, sweetheart. Make sure you get it all. Yun clenched her jaw, surpassing her irritation, and dabbed at this stubborn stain. I'm doing my best. She finally finished, and the coffee stains were mostly gone, though a faint mark remained. Yun stepped back, her patience already thin, as she held out the used napkin. There, you will need to wash it properly when you get the chance. Jungkook took the used napkin with a smirk and waving. You are quite good at it. I will call you next time when I need you. Thanks for your service, princess. With the final thought, he stepped back from her, turned on and was walking away. Yun cringed at the name and was left standing there embarrassed and anger burning within her. She wanted to wipe the smile off his face, but for now she could only watch as he disappeared in the crowd. Here, mom, take your medicines. It will help you get better. Yun sat beside her mom on the bed, concerned etched on her face. Her mother lay there, weakened by illness for the past 3 days, and her worry was growing with each passing second. Her mouth managed to weak a small smile as she reluctantly reached for the pills and swallowed them with a sip of water. Mom, I really think we should go to the doctor. Your fever has been persistent and it's been days. No, there is no need. We can't afford a doctor visit right now. Besides, I will get better with some rest and medicine. But mom, your health is more important than money. We can figure out a way to manage the expenses. Please let me take you to the doctor. But her mom shook her head, denying continuously. No, Yun, we can't risk it. We have bills to pay. I can't add more medical expenses to our burdens. Yun sighed, realizing that her mother's stubbornness, she hated seeing her mother suffer. Fine, but promise me you will get better. I hate seeing you like this. She looked at her daughter with a heavy heart, knowing that her illness had not affected her, but also her daughter's peace of mind. I'm not going to work either. I'm afraid they will fire me. Why didn't you tell you're ill? Her mom sighed, her voice tinged with resignation. You know how it is. Those rich people don't care about your health. They always care about the work. Yes, the lady I work for is nice, but for how long can she tolerate this? You knew her mother was right. The family her mother worked for had more workers, including maids, and her mother's absence could easily be filled. But still, she worked there. No excuse. They can actually fire her. If you are worried about losing your job, I can go clean for them. In the meantime, I don't want you to lose your source of income. No, Yun, I don't think you can go and clean other people's houses. You're not a maid. You should focus on your studies. But mom, we have no other child. Besides, I have 1 month vacation from school. I can work during this time and still study. You don't need to worry about me. You and my dear mom, everything is right in front of you, and it's just for 1 or 2 days. You will get better. You want her mother to work like this? Alright, if you believe it's the best way, then go ahead. Just promise me you will take care of yourself. I promise, don't worry about me. As the lower class family lives alone with her mother, her only family, she took admission in one of the top 5 universities and was fortunate enough to receive a scholarship, which is one of her major worries about university expenses. While her mother worked in a grand mansion, which is why Yun has kept her family background a secret from everyone, even her close friend Sophia. In a university where most of the students come from affluent families, she feared being singled out or bullied if her circumstances were known. Even her best friend Sophia knew nothing about her background. She learned the hard way that not everyone could be trusted. She had faced challenges in the past that taught her to keep her guard up and to reveal as little as possible about her personal life. You can't always rely on others. Some people may turn their back on you when things get tough, so she preferred to keep to herself, stay in her own bubble. 2 years of university completed and 2 more to go, and to keep her profile low, she doesn't engage in fights or talk to people much. She knows confidence can protect her, because when you appear confident, people are less likely to see you as vulnerable and target you. In past experience had taught her not to trust anyone easily. Yun stood nervously in front of Mrs. June, who was sitting elegantly on a plush sofa in Grand Mansion Gym. So you are? Yes, ma'am. I was wondering why she is not coming here. I apologize for any inconsequence, but my mother is not feeling well. Oh, I hope she gets well soon. We will make sure you have everything you need here. You nodded, seemingly noticed she is good woman, and talking with soft tone. You will be responsible for cleaning the house. Just follow our usual routine and avoid going into the room, that one on the upper floor, second from the left. It's my son's room. He values his privacy and we won't disturb him there. He nodded attentively, taking mental notes of her instruction. Mrs. June directed her to the cleaning supplies and suggested where she could start her work. Ian flawlessly dusted the dressing table. It was her second day. The first day went smoothly and there was not many headrest. Today she is lost in her thoughts routine when she heard a voice, likely Mrs. June's son. She remembered the strict warning about not to enter the room, so she didn't pay much attention and continued to focus on her work. Do you know where is mom? The voice caught her attention and she turned to respond, ready to inform him but that his mother was in the kitchen. However, her words died down on her lips as she locked eyes with the person standing before her. What are you doing here? She stood there, completely not knowing how to react to his question, nor sure how to explain her presence. The Jun mentioned, I ask you a question. What are you doing here? His brows followed, generally confused. What is she doing here in his mother room? Most importantly, in his house. Jungkook's eyes drifted to the dusting cloth in her hands. He followed his brows, trying to connect dots as he slowly approached her, noticing her silence as lips curved into a mocking one, remembering the girl who shouted in attitude after staining his shirt. Oh, I see. You are maid now. Hyun clenched her jaw, noticing the mockery in his voice, but he stayed quiet. Did you finally decide to leave the books behind and embrace the world of dusting and cleaning? Your mother is in the kitchen, she said, turning around and continued to dust in the table. Well, aren't you full of yourself for a maid? Yun gulped the urge to taunt him back, but she was not in the position she would have, but now. I'm just doing my job. If you need something, you can find your mother in the kitchen. Jungkook chuckled. He just got a chance to know her more. Even how can he let it go? He took a step closer, ready to taunt her further, but before he could utter another word, his mother's voice interrupted him. Oh, Jungkook, you are here. Jungkook turned around, his mug smile vanished and replaced by a warm smile, seeing her mother. Yes, Mom, I want to talk to you. With that, Jungkook left to engage in conversation. His mother, leaving Yuna standing there with her clenched fist. This is not going to be easy as she thought. Mom, who is she? Why is she working in our house? Jungkook asked as they made their way to the kitchen. You remember Mrs. Park who worked here for so long? Yuna's daughter, Mrs. Park, is currently unwell, so she went out. She sent her daughter to help us out. Oh, he let out. His mind is now filled with question about Yun and her family situation. However, he chose to remain quiet for the time being. Well, isn't it our little maid enjoying your time, Yun? Jungkook said as he walked in the kitchen to make himself a cup of coffee but ended up crossing paths with her. Well, isn't it a nice day? Can you not disturb me? I'm working here. Oh, don't be so uptight. I'm just making conversation. He leaned up casually against the wall, unfazed by the lack of a response. I was thinking, how did you get in the university? Considering everyone in our university is rich, how do you manage to get in? Did you rob the principal or something? His eyes locked onto Yun as he was challenging her to react. Yun glanced at him briefly. No, I worked for it. I earned a scholarship through hard work. Jungkook tilted his head, clearly impressed as Mick formed on his lips. Oh, goody two-shoes. Then shouldn't you be behind books like a bookworm? You know goody two-shoes? I have to admit I don't think I see the day when the girl who practically lives in the library would become a maid. And in my house, sometimes people have to do what they can support their families. Ah, the dutiful daughter, how noble. Yes, Yun finally meeting up his gaze with an unwavering one of her own. It's called responsibility, Jungkook. You might want to try it sometimes. Jungkook smiled, finding satisfaction knowing he had successfully provoked a reaction from her. Responsibility sounds so boring. I prefer to live my life without all that unnecessary baggage. Let me do my work. I have more things to do. And decided it was best to focus on her work and not engage with his provocation any further. She knew that arguing with him would only give him more satisfaction. You must really be desperate to put up all with this. He clenched her jaw, her patience running thin. As Jungkook continued to taunt her, she looked at him with sharp eyes. You may not understand it, but some of us have responsibilities beyond flaunting money. Her words are sharp, making him shut up. He didn't push any further at the moment, realizing she was not going to be easily swayed by his taunts. He sipped the coffee and watched her silently as she continued with her cleaning task, his eyes filled with curiosity. Jungkook entered the house, his eyes landed on his parents sitting in the dining table having their dinner. Mrs. Jeon gestured towards her son and she called out to him. Jungkook, yes mom, come and eat dinner with us, Jungkook. I'm not hungry. Please sit and have dinner with us. It's not good to sleep your way. I told you, Mom, I'm not hungry. Just tell someone to make coffee for me, leave it in my room, he said, walking away from there, not really in the mood to talk to anyone. Yun, listen. Yes, ma'am. Are you going home? Yes, ma'am. It's already late and my mom must be worried. Dear, can you do one more work before you go home? Yes. Make a cup of coffee for Jungkook. He takes it in his room. Oh, okay, I will. Then grown inwardly, she stayed up late because she taken another responsibility here, that of cooking. She knows she needed money, so she had to work. Yun made the coffee and took it to the Jungkook room. She knocked on the door, but there was no response. She knocked again, hesitated before gently pushing the door open, walking inside. The room was dimly lit, with most of the curtains drawn shut. She moved towards the table and placed a cup of coffee there. As she glanced around her room, her eyes fall on framed picture of Jungkook when he was younger, dressed in school uniform. She also noticed numerous medals and trophies showcasing his achievement in various sports and games. Before she could take a closer, she heard a voice behind her making her flinch. Impressed by my collection, sweetheart? I'm here to deliver you coffee. You know, you should take some time to appreciate my achievements. Not everyone gets to see them up close. Jung tried not to get offended by his flirty tone as he ruffled his hair, locking with hers. So full of yourself, she said, turning around to leave when his voice stopped her. Don't be in such a hurry to leave, darling. We're just getting started. Maybe a little fun with you. Jung clenched her jaw, trying her best to ignore his ignorant tone. It's already late. I don't have time for chit-chat, and I certainly wouldn't waste my time with someone like you. Jacob walked towards her, now standing in front of his, expression serious. Before she could move away, Jacob grabbed her chin with his finger, forcing her to meet his gaze. You know, you should use this pretty mouth of yours less. One piece of news about your lower class background in our university, and you are done for. I won't be intimidated by the likes of you, Jungkook. My background doesn't define me, and I'm not ashamed of where I came from. So go ahead, spread whatever news you want. I won't let it break me. With that, she wrenched her chin from his grasp, left the room, leaving Jungkook humming and frustrated. For a few days, Yoon was happy that he didn't come in front of her. Her days were passing smoothly. She did her work and went home. Her mother got a little better, but the weakness and she is taking complete bed rest means Yoon have to work more days here. Jungkook was proud on the sofa engrossed in his video game. He yelled at the screen with frustration. Jimin, move, look. The target is in front of you, man. Open your eyes, he's on your left. Here is your coffee you asked for. Jungkook momentarily glanced at her. She calmly placed it on the table and then moved to the clean television, but his focus quickly returned to the game. But unfortunately, his character died in the game. Shut, bro. His sudden outburst echoed as he threw his phone on the sofa. His eyes fallen, Yoon was unfazed, standing there cleaning the TV. I died because of you, he grumbled, clearly frustrated, not big fan of losing games, and Yoon shrugged. It's just a game, don't need to take anger out on me. Yeah, whatever, just stay out of my way. I am. And tried to continue her work, but Jungkook, give me some space, I want to watch TV. Can't you see I'm cleaning right now? I don't want to watch TV, so don't disobey me. You can watch after I'm done. Jungkook narrowed his eyes, attempting to assert his dominance. You talk back a lot. Should I tell my mom to fire you? The moment froze momentary, fully aware that she needed his job. It's not even her job, it's her mom's. She can't lose it because of her self-image, so she moved away from there and then started cleaning the table. Jungkook was a little shocked that she didn't argue back. He watched her with a sudden idea struck in his mind as his lips curled into mischievously. Hey maid, when you are done cleaning, maybe you can help me with something else. He paused for a moment, her expression unreadable. She turned to him, a hint of an in her eyes. What is it? Jacob lay bent on the sofa, a self-satisfied smirk on his face. Pick up where my partner left off in the game. I could use some help winning. I'm not interested. I don't get paid for extracurricular activities. Come on, it will be fun. Plus, it's not like you have anything better to do here. I'm here to work, not play. If you need anything else related to the house, feel free to ask. Jim pouted, but he didn't push the matter any further for now. He knew he could easily find any other way to amuse himself and annoy her. Jungkook walked into the kitchen, noticing Yoon cleaning with a wiper. He felt a sudden urge to get her attention, so he filled a glass of tap water and started drinking it, making sure she could see him. However, Yoon paid no attention to him, which irked him even more. In an attempt to annoy her, Jungkook deliberately spread some water on the floor and then pointed it out for her. Hey mate, looks like you missed a spot. Clean this one too. Yoon glanced at him. She was certain she had wiped that spot. She decided to comply without arguing, and cleaned just as they were about to turn around. Jungkook poured the water on the other side. This one too. You don't do your work properly. I should complain about you to my mom. She kept quiet, not in the mood to engage in him. Turned her attention to cleaning the wet area, and third time Jungkook dropped right in front of her, making a mess. Yoon's patience ended, and she grabbed a glass of water out of his hand and poured it over Jungkook's head, mockingly guessing, "Oh my god, you need cleaning too." She began wiping the water off him with dirty cloth, making him widen his eyes in disbelief. Jungkook quickly ran from the kitchen, but Yoon chased after him. "Stop there!" He yelled, sprinted through the mansion, which was almost empty because his parents went for work. "Let me clean you too," she continued to run behind him. Suddenly, Jungkook took a sharp U-turn, hoping to escape her grasp, but as she rushed back to the kitchen, fate had other plan for him. He glided with a bucket filled with water and soap, causing it to tip over and spill its content all over the kitchen floor. He attempted to run but slipped on the soapy surface and landed on the floor with a loud thud. He let out an involuntary yelp as if he hit the slippery surface and landed flat on his back.